Okay, welcome to all. Now we going to reproduction and in types. What is reproduction? The process of producing new one by one kind. Such way is called we are classified two different categories. Like example of major categories, sexual and asexual. So what is meant by sexual reproduction? The process of producing a new one by one kind. There involved two parents. And what is meant by asexual? It involved only one parent, but there is a producer only one by one kind. Okay. Sexual reproduction, it is a great role for variation of and evolutions like that. It's seen in higher organism only. For example, higher plant and animals. In asexual reproduction, there occur one in lower organisms and also there is a common in plant. For example, asexual reproduction, no variation C because it's a genetically and morphologically similar in like. So this is called asexual reproduction in not variation seen. Then how there is a different type of asexual reproduction occur in lower organism and see as no asexual reproduction already I told you. What is meant by asexual reproduction? The process of the formation of new one, the wet without artesia gametes like male and female as to either only one parents are there. For example, two type of asexual reproduction are there, different type. One is common most in plant vegetative propagations, hence data detail contained later. But a few lower organisms seen in different type of reproduction are there. For example, fission, fragmentation, budding, regeneration, and spore formation. So let's we discuss one by one as what are the different type of asexual reproduction in. Hence, first we learn to formation of spore like example of conidia. Conidia spore it's one of the special reproductive part of the very small like example of organism. The spore microscopic particles. For example, aspergillus and penicillium is very smallest microscopic organism. Hence reproduced by conidia. Conidia is a special reproductive part, right? Conidiospore. See, there is a conidia seen that is about developed into new one organism. So for another penicillium also there is specialized to conidia seen. The seen conidia they are reproduced by new one organism. Next budding. Budding it is another one special and asexual reproductions. Share is occur in what is the region of the plant example of organism yeast one-celled fungus. So how there is a reproduced and life cycle is held in here. Another is budding in my aquatic organism, marine organism. For example, hydra. So hydra that is seen detached from the parental that's we developed into entire organism. So it is specialized budding scene. So another one priophyllum there is having epiphyllous bud are seen. This see that bud can grow into the new one organism. So another one the next fragmentations. What is meant by fragmentation? It is a breakout to the break of organism to divide into many organisms formed in such way like example of same in identically. Example sea star or flatworm. Fragmentation is there as a microscopic algae. The algae hence reproduced by divided into breakout to new in organism developed Spirogyra. So next one there is comes to another one reproductive part of lower organism. Example in seen in bryophytes. So bryophytes there is an example of gemme. The gemme there is a cup like organ gemma cup. The cup can develop into gemme. The germ is produced by new organism but essential to need for fertilization in water. Another is regeneration. So another this type of reproduction can develop when you cut or any one part can replace the new ones. Such an example of planaria, this can say type of reproduction is seen. Finally, it is a common most reproduction in asexual like unicellular organism. For example, in bacteria is no binary fission. Can organism divide into two daughter identically? Such example of see now that example bacteria and also some of the amoeba, hence is a reproduction in binary fission that take place in division of amitosis. Some amoebas are like same type, an organism, one organism divided into two equivalent daughter cells. So these are all as a aspect we learn for some example of asexual reproduction. See now what is now that example of asexual reproduction. What do you mean asexual reproduction? That's a reproduction. It is involved only one parents, either male or female, but the formation of new one organism like example of clone or identically same. For example, in plant, in this type of reproduction is held in here vegetative propagation or reproductive propagales. So we learn to next class vegetative propagation or reproductive propagales. But this class we learn lower organism also work and learned some lower organism fission, fragmentation, budding and regeneration and despopulation. What do you mean? This type of reproduction I told you know what is this? Binary fission where I seen bacteria and amoeba, some lower organism. Or what is this type of reproduction? Here is a regeneration of planaria. This is another one gemma. It's reproduced by the part of the plant gemma cup in bryophytes. Example of mercantia. Fragmentation. It's another unicellular algae. Seen this kind of reproduction in fragmentation of Phyrogyra. So that's another fragmentation in flatworm also. Now there's budding. Budding there is a reproduced one-celled fungus. Example of yeast. So another hydra and the bryophyllum. These organisms are lower organisms hence reproduced by and conidia also. Conidia spore also penicillium and aspergillus. This specialized part of reproduction is called conidia. The conidia produce conidia spore that developed into new organism. So okay, we will read another one classes of our topic. Next we vegetative propagation later see.